broken idols, broken heroes. Yeah, that's what happened. So many of the people that we used to look up to and thought that they were honest and true are idols, so to speak, not just in government, but in the entertainment industry, actors, musicians. All those idols we found out had feet of clay. Good morning, and welcome to another episode of The Clarion Call, and another in my continuing series of Deciphering Dylan, which I now have a separate YouTube channel for. So this video will appear in slightly different form on both of my channels. As you can tell, I've been on a Dylan kick lately, and why not? Dylan's on top of the world with a new biopic, which is getting rave reviews. His songs are always timeless, I find. This particular song, Everything is Broken, goes back to the Oh Mercy album in 1989, so at this point it's 35 years old. Doesn't seem that long ago, does it? I discovered this morning when I was searching around that there was a completely different version released on this Bootleg album in 2006 or so. It's amazing. It's basically the same song, except with almost a completely different set of lyrics, but really much covering the same points. Just for a change of pace, I thought I would do this bootleg version, which was, an outtake from the Oh Mercy album, show you how the song lyrically is a little different. What I've done here is all of the lines that were in the original version that was released on the album have been highlighted in blue.
Nothing's working, everything broken.
So that was the first verse. There's, I think, 4 of them and 2 bridges. I'm breaking these verses down into 2 parts. The first 4 lines kind of a laundry list of things that might be broken, and then the next couple lines, depending on which version you're listening to, summarize the situation. Nothing's working, everything's broken. As far as the first 4 lines, the only line that is repeated from the original album version is this one with the asterisk on the end, broken hands on broken plows. And the reason it has an asterisk is in that the original song, I'm calling the album version the original versus the later released bootleg. I don't know which was done first, probably this one. The original song, that line was in the song, but it was down lower in the song. It wasn't in the first verse. That's the only difference. And then in the second half of each verse, in the album version, he cut back on the number of lines. In this first verse, he's got 4 additional lines. Ain't no use running, ain't no use joking, nothing's working. In the album version, he only has 2 lines in there. Ain't no use joking and everything's broken. I actually prefer that more extended, although in later verses he only adds 1 additional line. But even so, I kind of prefer the extended version of those concluding lines. To take a look at what he's talking about here, even though the words are totally different, it's some of the same ideas. Broken treaties, broken vows. Got a lot of those broken vows going along, don't we? And a lot of broken treaties, broken words, something that we are living through an era, a mini era here in the last month of all kinds of things being exposed as being broken. That's why I wanted to do this song, because it just seems so on point with every headline. And the headlines are coming, dozens of headlines a day exposing fraud and abuse and misuse of our public money. And it seems like the entire system is broken. And so what better song than this?
Broken lives, hanging by a thread. Broken bones, in a broken bed. Broken mirror, broken chair. Broken roads, going nowhere. Broken words, never meant to be spoken. Can't help it, honey, everything broken.
Broken lives hanging by a thread. Whew. We got a lot of that going on, don't we, in the last few years? The economy's been tough, inflation's been out of control. People are barely hanging on by a thread. Everything is broken, including the roads that are going nowhere. Well, that's been happening too. We've had a lot of roads destroyed by hurricanes and floods. But I think he's talking metaphorically. We're on a road to nowhere with a lot of the things that are happening right now in our country. We're trying to get it turned back around so that the roads actually go somewhere. But once again, Bob is showing his prophetic streak here, talking about the existential state of man, that he's on a road going nowhere. Now we're going to go into the first bridge, which is totally different again from what was on the album.
I sent you roses once from a heart that was truly grieved. Sent you roses someone else must have received. Broken clock on a broken wall, broken voices in a broken hall, broken beginnings, broken ends. Streets are filled with broken friends. Take a deep breath, baby. Feel like you're choking. Telling you the truth now. Everything broken.
Yeah, he sent the roses, but she must not have got them because he didn't get the response he wanted. So everything is broken. There's a broken clock on the wall. There's broken voices in the hall. From the beginning to the end, it's all been broken, and the streets are filled with broken friends. What a landscape, huh? What a desolation row. Haven't we felt that way for much of the last 4 or 5 years or more? Streets are filled with broken friends. Take a deep breath. Tell me the truth now. Everything has been broken, but hopefully we can put the pieces back together like Humpty Dumpty. Now we got another bridge. One thing that's missing from this version, in that little instrumental break before the second bridge and then at the end of the song, there's no harmonica like there is on the album version. I'm going to play you a little bit of that harmonica because that's the one area where the song is better than the bootleg. I can't see that much of a difference as far as the quality of the lyrics between the two versions. I think they cover pretty much the same points. It's just amazing that this man could write two versions of the same song and have them pretty much equally good lyrically. Just shows you the amazing talent that he has. And I know he does this a lot with some of his older songs and rewrites some of the old and adds additional verses or changes things. That's the nature of his genius. He can just keep doing that forever. Anyway, the bridge hopes he looks that good when he gets old. But then back to the final verse. Broken plates, broken teeth, broken idols, broken heroes. Yeah, that's what happened. So many of the people that we used to look up to and thought that they were honest and true are idols, so to speak. Not just in government, but in the entertainment industry, actors, musicians. All those idols we found out had feet of clay, and all our heroes turned out to be not so nice people, or at least a large percentage of them. And then the final line, broken numbers adding up to zeros. Yeah, I guess we've seen some of that. We're ended up a large number of zeros behind money that's being wasted in the billions, perhaps trillions, in our national debt, which has been increasing at the rate of $2 trillion a year and is approaching $40 trillion. That's a lot of zeros. Those are some broken numbers. And in the end, it will add up to zero for our country because no country can continue to spend money that doesn't exist. Just like a family can't keep charging everything to the credit card. Eventually, you got to pay the piper. And then I love this part. that is in both versions. Hound dogs howling, bullfrogs croaking. It ain't easy, baby. Everything's broken. That's a great song any way you look at it. Now, I'm just going to play you the closing instrumental from the album version so you can hear that harmonica, and then we'll wrap it up.
Bullfrog croaking. Everything is broken.
And there you have it. A great song either way you hear it, either off the album or off of this bootleg version. Once again, proving those who think that Bob Dylan went through a wasteland in the 80s where he wasn't producing good music. This is the second song that I've done off of Oh Mercy. The other one is Political World, another great song. I absolutely love this song, so apropos of the world we're living in today.